Good morning. So we had a client, $2 billion of transportation spend. And was it possible that they were leaving $100 million on the table in unrealized savings? This was a question that led me and my co-inventor, Trisha Agrawal, to stay up many nights to see what was going on. Why was the freight bill audit and pay process so difficult, so tedious? And it's just transportation invoicing. So we were wondering why it was so hard to get this right. So as we learned about blockchain and we heard more about the benefits, what we did was we wanted to see whether blockchain could solve the freight bill audit and pay problems. We heard about this training that was going on in Dublin. We jumped on the next flight we could, basically crashed this training, cornered the developers and architects we could find in the room, and harassed them to see whether this was a good use case. When they agreed it was, we were lucky to find out that they were available to build our prototype with us. So last November, we filed our patent for the blockchain patent application, and we got involved with Cody Burns, who's one of our blockchain architects, to build out our solution and bring it to here today. So why is blockchain important to us? Well, we see it as the foundation of our future for our supply chain in 2028. And what we see by 2028 is it is a seamless, cohesive ecosystem in which supply chains are now connected by blockchain and are driverless and self-healing. But that future begins now because blockchain needs to start first as the foundation in which we provide a holistic pool of data for the entire network. And then once that data pool is built, we can then use machine learning and artificial intelligence to bring insights and to help with the decision-making process with predictive analytics. Then as more insights are built, the machine becomes smarter. It learns from itself. And the iterative process allows for continuous improvement and continuous innovation. And that's by 2028, where we have the seamless, frictionless ecosystem in supply chains in which the network as a whole is optimized and not just entities by themselves. So my name is Ye-Sung Kim. I'm a supply chain practitioner within Accenture, and this is Cody Burns, as I mentioned before, who's one of our architects. And what we're doing now is we're investing now so that by 2028, we are ready for this driverless future in supply chain.
And at Accenture, we have a saying of vision without execution is just hallucination. So what we've done is we've really leaned forward on emerging technology. We have over 12 labs across 5 different continents, which specifically focus on blockchain, AR, VR, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So with this, we have over 500 developers that have been trained in blockchain specifically in our offshore teams so that we're able to help our customers integrate the new technology with their legacy systems. We have over 70 clients right now that we've partnered with, we're working with, developing their blockchain solutions, helping them see how it integrates with their existing technology, their existing business practices, and how we can move forward together and what that future vision looks like for them. So far, we've delivered over 125 products. That's proof of concepts, working with companies for blockchain 101 training, boot camps, and also real world scale pilots. We've worked with major banks in Canada and Singapore and with several large shipping industries. We're working with all the leading platforms. At Accenture, we're platform agnostic, really. We're on the Hyperledger board. We're on Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. We work with Corda, Ripple, and also Quorum. So if there's blockchain technology out there, we're helping people develop technology on top of it. As I said, we have over 50 engagements currently going on that from pilot level all the way down to what is blockchain, how can we use it with our company. Ooh, one more, sorry. And as Jay mentioned, we currently have 5 patents that have been awarded, and we have more that are in the process, including the system that we will talk about today.
So the process that we're talking about today is quite a painful one right now. First, we have siloed databases between the shipper and the carrier, thereby making it very difficult to see what the single source of truth is. If there's a discrepancy, we don't know off the bat whether it's coming from the shipper or the carrier. Second, track and trace is extremely difficult right now, and multiple parties do it in various different ways. In addition, that data is not tracked in a very granular or seamless way either. So there's still discrepancies in the track and trace system. That's important because during the life cycle of a shipment, these events start to calculate what comes out in the invoice, your charges that are in the invoice. And then the invoice itself, as a function of these two other inputs, makes it very difficult because many times it's a lump sum that you see, it's not itemized, and the calculations might be off, but the reconciliation process takes a long time too. So due to this, we brought in Cody and the team to help us build that solution on blockchain.
And what Ye and their team were looking for was a way to integrate the system seamlessly end to end and have a single source of truth for all the data. As many of you know, with shipping and with oil and gas, there can be numerous systems involved in just a simple process like getting oil and gas from the well site to the final destination. What we're able to do with our blockchain solution is encapsulate that all into one system and integrate the numerous pain points. So from the rate contracts at the beginning are the same rate contracts that are at the end whenever we come to the billing cycle. We're able to capture data from IoT devices, real-time GPS, and track and trace along the complete life cycle of the shipment. And we're able to capture all of that in real time and display it to all the parties that are involved with the transaction at the level that they need to. So this allows for much more robust systems, and it allows us to solve problems that either companies didn't realize that they traditionally could solve, or problems that they didn't even realize existed. And that huge saving is one of the real insights that we were able to bring with our freight bill audit and pay system, as Ye will tell us now.
So back to that $100 million question. How do we capture that again? So first, by using blockchain, we can have your high-value supply chain resources doing the strategic work that they were meant to do, not reviewing invoices line by line, and then auditing them, and then paying them, and then doing a post-payment audit. Or in other cases, you don't have to outsource this role anymore. You can bring it in-house on the blockchain. Second, your time cycle is faster now. So the beauty of our invention is that at the time of proof of delivery, that's when the invoice is triggered using the smart contracting functionality of blockchain, which is just business logic. So throughout the life cycle of that shipment, that data is being gathered onto the blockchain and then calculating your invoice. As soon as proof of delivery is hit, that invoice is sent to the shipper immediately. And the benefit of blockchain, the cherry on top, is that you can also remit payment on the blockchain. So by having a more accurate and timely cycle, you can have your accurate accessorial charges. You will no longer have the risk of duplicate payments. You no longer need tolerances, automated tolerances, because it's too difficult to calculate that invoice down to a penny anymore. And you'll have, because it is accurate and timely, there are no more late fees or interest fees anymore. So based on this, we approximate 3 to 5% savings, or in this use case, for $2 billion of transportation spend, we see $100 million of savings. So we'd like to introduce a video now to show what our blockchain app can do.
Accenture's freight bill audit and pay blockchain solution allows the oil and gas industry to realize cost savings by providing increased visibility, transparency, and accuracy of freight invoices. Today, thousands of transactions occur by truck, rail, plane, and ship. Even with detailed analysis and audit processes, companies risk losing money from invoice overpayments and duplicate payments. The use of blockchain reduces this discrepancy by providing a single source of truth through a distributed database. So what is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed database technology which replicates the set of information across the network in real time. Furthermore, blockchain has a smart contracting functionality that also allows automated calculations for invoicing. Let's look at an example of Accenture's blockchain solution being implemented during a shipment of goods via truck from Big Spring, Texas to a well site in La Mesa, Texas. Throughout the process, transactions are logged onto the blockchain, starting with the agreed-upon contracted rate block. A freight order is submitted by the shipper and the materials are picked up at the manufacturing site. While the shipment is en route, the truck's geolocation is logged onto the blockchain. Each block appends to the previous record of data on the distributed database. When the truck arrives at the destination and delivers the shipment, the invoice is accurately generated using the smart contract feature. Then, once remittance is submitted, the final block is appended. The Accenture Freight Bill Audit and Pay blockchain solution has the power to transform and streamline the shipment process by driving a single source of truth from the contracted rate to payment remittance. It increases visibility, transparency, and invoice accuracy for both the shipper and the carrier.
So freight bill audit and pay, that's just the tip of the iceberg. But imagine what we could do if we could use these principles of blockchain and apply them across the supply chain landscape. Say sales and operations planning, inventory optimization, network optimization as a whole for all the parties in the ecosystem. We believe in that future, and that's coming by 2028. But as of right now, we're starting that foundation, and that foundation is blockchain. Thank you.